Hey, it's Meatball.
And Mark.
And this is the Rocker Morning Show on demand from 107.7 RKR. 107.7 RKR, it is the Rocker Morning Show with Meatball.
And Mark Frankhouse.
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Good. How you doing this morning, bro?
Fantastic. Let me tell you, I didn't watch much of the Olympics yesterday because after those storms passed, it was so pleasant outside. I opened all the doors and windows of my apartment. I just put on some music. I poured myself a glass of wine and just sat there and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like, it's lovely this morning. We got the window open in the studio. Like, it just, it feels wonderful. I slept better last night, which to me is just like, oh, I just need fresh air in my bedroom, I guess.
Right.
I had the most relaxing, wonderful afternoon and evening yesterday.
Nice.
It was just so pleasant. So pleasant. And then somebody lit off a firework. And I wanted to throw every object I had at them.
Oh, my gosh.
Why do people still have fireworks?
I don't know.
And why are they lighting them off at like 6 o'clock on a Tuesday?
Yeah. It's August, people. I mean, the fun's over. It's all downhill from here.
Yeah. Other than that, it was a nice day yesterday.
Actually, did watch. I've been like eyeing the Olympics the last few days, actually.
Yeah, you have.
So.
You've been turning it on. What did you catch yesterday? What'd you like?
Well, the women's 200 meter was awesome.
Oh, my God. Yes. I did see that.
I was hyped for that. Gabby Thomas and Brittany Brown won gold and bronze, respectively. That was such a sweet race.
All of those races have been awesome this year.
So I actually, I think I was watching the 2-person women's volleyball, beach volleyball.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't looking too good for the U.S. I think they were playing Swiss. I'm pretty sure they got bounced.
Which team was it? Do you remember? There's 2 teams, and one of them has, God, I cannot remember her name, but she's the redhead.
Chen.
Yeah, Chen. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm pretty sure they got bounced. I didn't look at the finals there, but the Swiss team was on fire. Of course, men's basketball that
God, they dominated.
Just smoked Brazil.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure who they're playing is they playing Somalia?
Serbia.
Serbia. That's right. They're playing Serbia in the semifinals.
Yep.
So yeah, it's getting pretty close, but I feel like U.S. is gonna pull away and take the gold.
The medal count or just in basketball?
Just the total medal count.
Oh, yeah.
Total. And I think they're going to take the gold. They've just been putting it down. And I think the men's 200 meters got to be coming up soon, too.
That was yesterday, too. I don't remember the results of the men's 200 meter. That was a good race, too. Really, like the long distance races and
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, men's tomorrow.
Yep.
Okay.
That's Noah Lyles. That's my dude with the the Yu-Gi-Oh card.
That's right. The sprint races and then the long distance ones have been a ton of fun to watch. I caught just a little bit of the women's steeplechase yesterday. That one was pretty exciting. That's the one where like they have to jump through the water. They jump over the big barriers and jump in the water. And I caught some of Snoop Dogg calling that one. He's like, I didn't know you could jump out. Oh, can you put your foot on that? Like it's a terrible Snoop Dogg impression, but like he was just commenting on everything, and I loved every aspect of it. But my favorite thing that I saw yesterday from the Olympics, did you see it? They're in their last couple of days of surfing in Tahiti.
Yeah.
Did you see the whale?
No.
They're taking a shot of the surfers. I don't remember who it was riding out to catch their wave, and this little humpback whale just goes woo and just hops up out of the water in the background. They were just like, whoa. That's cool.
That is wild.
Like, they all raise up cards of like 10. Perfect 10. The whale gets a 10.
Oh, man. Too bad whales can't participate in the Olympics.
Well, I mean, horses do.
True.
You know? But they also don't give the medals to the horses. They give them to the people. So
yeah, we need to change that. We also need to add humpback whale riding to the Olympics.
Humpback whale riding.
Yeah,
I think you win if you can actually ride a humpback whale. Like
yes,
you just
that's how you get the gold.
All 3 medals, because only one person's going to be able to do that. Mark.
It's a Rocker Morning Show with Mark Frankhouse
and Meatball.
Apparently, America's Best Wings is coming to Kalamazoo.
Oh, who's bringing them?
America's Best Wings.
No, I know you said that. Who's bringing them?
America's Best Wings.
Okay, this is getting old.
That's the name of the place.
Oh, they named it America's Best Wings?
That's correct.
Wow.
You open up the 1077 RKR app, you can check out this new restaurant that's going to be opening off West Main. It's right there across the street from like CVS by Howard, like right off of Howard Street. You got that little strip mall complex thing there.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's going to be on the south side of West Michigan Avenue.
Okay.
And looking forward to this because this menu, if you open up the 1077 RKR app, is loaded. They got salads. They got Philly subs, rice bowls, like crispy chicken and fish burgers.
That's an awful lot of other stuff on the menu for a place claiming to be America's Best Wings.
Shrimp. Now, let's get back over to the wing side of things. They got whole wings, buffalo wings, chicken tenders, boneless chicken, right? Mm-hmm. The feature here that I'm looking at are the 39 different flavors for their wings.
Okay. All right. You have my attention.
Ghost pepper.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Moon dust.
Ooh.
Power ranch.
Power ranch?
Nuclear.
All right.
24 karat gold.
Hold up. What is that?
I have no idea.
Is it like gold leaf?
I have no clue. I messaged them this morning and I said, yo, if you guys want to come in.
Yeah. Also, what is moon dust? Because if memory serves, I think there's a drug out there called moon dust.
That's angel dust you're thinking of.
Oh, right. Okay.
You're not up on your drugs, Meatball. Come on.
Yeah, maybe you're not up on this new one. Anyway.
Okay. But no, they got like dry rubs and they got different sauces as well. So they got, the classic sauces, but they got like hot garlic, hot Jamaican jerk, hot honey, hot mild lemon pepper, hot lemon pepper. So they got the full hookup here. They got honey mixed with just about everything.
I like looking at some of these different flavors. It's like when you go to a snow cone shop, like in the summer, and they've got like all the different flavors on the board. It looks kind of like that. I do have one issue with it though.
Okay.
I don't like the way they've organized their sauces and rubs, and maybe that's just the slight little bit of OCD in me. Because like if you go to a wings place, 99% of the time they're organized hottest at the top, like most mild at the bottom, right? Mm-hmm. These are all over the place. And I know they're indicated by the little chili peppers on the menu, but like, I want to organize my hottest ones with the not hottest ones, you know?
Okay, well then open up your own restaurant.
Well, fair enough. They're going to be called Meatballs Greatest Hot Wings.
Meatballs Hot Wings. And then he's going to get...
not a confusing name for a restaurant.
Yeah. The biggest draw is like, come on in and take a look at my alphabetized menu. Formatted to my liking. That'll draw them in.
I think so. That sounds like a great business model.
It's time to turn up your dials and tune out the traffic because we're playing the Daily 5 on the Rocker Morning Show. Testing the mental magnitude of your favorite morning monkeys on the radio. And now, your hosts for the Daily 5, Meatball and Mark Frank House.
It is the Daily 5 where Mark and I ask each other questions. The other one answers today. Mark is asking the questions. I am answering. And I get some help on the line today from Gene. Good morning, Gene. How are you?
Morning.
Hey,
good,
man.
I'm doing good.
Awesome. You got to help Meatball get 3 out of 5 questions correct. If you do, he'll take the 2.
Not a problem.
He'll take the 2-1 lead. If not, I'll take the 2-1 lead.
I like Gene's vibe this morning, man.
History is question number 1. The term black market was first used during which war? Was it World War I, the Russian Civil War, or World War II? And those, just as a piece of information, those are in succession. So World War I was from 14 to 18. Russian Civil War was 18 to 20. And then World War II, 39 to 45. Okay. So World War I, Russian Civil War, or WW2?
I think the black market's been around forever.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, maybe the first time they gave it a term, but right. as what it is, I think, it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, and it's the term black market was first used.
I could see it being World War I or the Russian Civil War, but specifically the phrase black market makes me think, it came from like an American phrase,
Yep.
So
I'd go with that too.
Yeah. You're going World War One? All right.
Yep.
America wasn't even in World War One.
Yeah, we were. All right. We're going World War One. Final answer.
That is correct.
Yeah. We were in World War One? What are you talking about? We were in World War One.
Not according to my knowledge.
I don't think we probably weren't in the Russian war.
Oh, yeah, they were.
That one we definitely
Yeah.
weren't in.
I wasn't around back then.
That's fair. We don't
General
remember.
knowledge. Dorophobia is the
Fear of Dora the Explorer. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
It's not the answer. Just keep going. I'm sorry.
Dorophobia is the fear of what? Is it gold, Dora the Explorer, or fur? Wow.
Was that really one of the answers you put on there? Dora the Explorer?
Gold, Dora the Explorer, or fur?
Oh, wow. It really is one of the options.
I'd say fur. I don't know who would be afraid of a gold.
Yeah, no kidding. If you're afraid of gold, man, that's rough.
And Dora Explorer would be kind of, I don't know, weird.
Well, I mean, Mark and I are known to come up with some weird questions from time to time.
I've never seen that show. I've never seen that cartoon in my life, so I don't know. But
Yeah. No, I think I'm with you. I think it's fur. And I'm gonna agree. I think we're gonna go final answer fur.
That is correct.
Okay. I can't believe you
we're on a
put,
roll now, Meatball.
I can't believe you put Dora the Explorer on there. That's awesome.
All right. Just got to get one more correct. Oh, this is the same spot you were in on Monday.
Okay.
Animals. How many noses do slugs have? None, 2, or 4?
None.
Gene is very confident on that.
Every time I see a slug, it's more like mush.
Yeah. Well, they have the two little antenna, but like, are those eyeballs or antennas or?
That's their feelers to see what's out there. I think they get their senses off that. I don't think they have a nose.
You don't think they have a nose? You know what? We've been rolling with Gene. He's been on top of it. Let's go with it. 0 noses. Final answer.
Final answer. No, they have 4 noses.
What?
Yes.
Where?
Well,
On their face. On their body.
Where is their face?
is that really their face?
It's
or is
just
that
one
their
gelatinous mass. Sports. This is the question number 4. Which ball is the heaviest? A baseball, a cricket ball, or a softball?
Ooh.
cricket ball? I'd say
Cricket ball is definitely the most dense because I think they're made of.
cricket though. Is cricket the one that they throw?
Yeah, they chuck it at the ground.
They
and then
throw
you
it,
gotta
and then
smack it.
the paddle you hit it with is like flat on one side and kind of curved on the other. I think,
I'd say maybe a baseball or softball.
man, I think is a softball heavier than a baseball? I think it is, right?
I don't know. They're pretty light. I played softball for like 40 years. So
Right. Man, oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
So cricket balls I think are solid balls. I think they're made of wood. If memory serves, wood or some kind of like solid plastic. So they're solid all the way through. I think the answer is baseball or softball, and there's just my hunch. I think softballs are slightly heavier, Gene, but I'm willing to listen to you.
What do you think on that,
I'm gonna
Gene?
go ahead and go with you.
Okay.
Baseball or softball? I'd say. I don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna say softball. Final answer.
Yes! Softball
All right.
is the heaviest out of the 3 balls. Meatball takes a 2-1 lead for the week by not listening to his partner once again. And Gene, congratulations. You are going to be getting $20 in Michigan Lottery scratch-off tickets, and hopefully you have just as good as luck as Meatball has.
It's all worth it.
Hey, what are you trying to say, Mark?
For the record, I just want to say I listened to Gene all the way up until the softball question. So, Gene, we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning.
Thanks, guys. You're doing a great job.
1077 RKR, it is the Rocker Morning Show with Meatball.
And Mark Frankhouse.
We've been talking about the weather a little bit, and we've heard it on the news there. We had those severe thunderstorms that came through the area yesterday, and it kind of reminds you of spring, right?
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
I feel like we're in spring because, like, today's a beautiful, beautiful morning. We got the windows open in the studio, not a cloud in the sky. The sun is coming up. Like, it is just...
Fresh cut grass. Birds
it is just super pleasant outside right now. But I hate to tell you, Mark, winter is coming. First frost right around the corner in the state of Michigan. You look so upset.
You're talking to a lifelong Michigander.
I
here.
know, but I feel like we were just like, oh, finally summer, and now we're talking about the first frost already coming.
Yeah.
Cool down supposedly coming this weekend. Highs are going to be in like the low to mid 70s, I think.
That's not bad.
Which
That's
is going to be
perfect
really nice.
fall weather.
Yeah, lows are going to be in the 50s. It's going to be awesome. But I was doing a check on the Farmer's Almanac,
Yeah.
and they're predicting that frost is going to be here before you know it. We're about a little more than 2 months away from it, I guess. October is typically when we get our first frost in Southwest Michigan.
Right.
They are predicting specifically in Kalamazoo, October 12th
Wow.
will be our first frost.
Freaking farmers.
Battle Creek is going to get their first frost a day later, October 13th. And then if you're out there on the Lake Michigan coast, Benton Harbor supposedly getting theirs on October 8th. And a little up the coast, Holland getting theirs on October 15th. So they're predicting little, what is that, 2 months away? Yeah, basically for our first frost here in Michigan.
Well, that's just what we get for living in Michigan. Again, we got to deal with earthquakes that we don't feel
Yeah.
and early frost. It could be a lot worse considering what everybody else is going through.
I mean, yeah. And then you factor in, too, that we've had a weird amount of tornadoes and severe thunderstorms this year as well. Like, weather just be nuts in Michigan this year.
Yeah, it's all over the trash. We're in Tornado Alley, so that's fun.
I hate to say that I brought it with me when I moved up here, but it seems like I kind of did. Sorry. But that's okay because we're in a La Nina year now, which means they're saying it's going to be a more typical winter for Michigan. And yeah, there it is. Winter is coming. And
God, you keep saying that.
I know. I'm sorry. I've been watching Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon lately. Like that phrase is basically on repeat in my head. 107.7 RKR is the Rocker Morning Show with Meatball.
And Mark Frankhouse.
All right, let's do our Olympic check-in for the day.
All right.
And what a day it was on the track for the Americans. Starting off, as you mentioned, to top the show, Gabby Thomas winning her first Olympic gold medal in the 200-meter, beating out St. Lucia's Julian Alfred, who won the gold medal in the 100-meter earlier this week. Also, American Brittany Brown taking home the bronze in the 200-meter. That was an awesome race. Huge surprise in the men's 1,500-meter and new Olympic record racing behind distance runner icons Josh Kerr of Great Britain and Jacob Ingebrigtsen. Cole Hawker spent most of the race between third and fifth place with his fellow American teammates, but in the last 200 meters, turned on the afterburner, shot him to the front, took home the gold with American Yared Nuguse following him up in third. This is the first time two Americans have finished on the podium in the 1,500 since 1912.
Good Lord.
Awesome. U.S. women's soccer team has advanced to the gold medal game after beating Germany yesterday in a group stage rematch. They're going to be stacked up against Brazil on Saturday for that one. Men's basketball, as we mentioned, crushing whoever it was. They were playing the other day, 122-87. Brazil. They were playing Brazil. They move on to their next one. They're going to be playing Serbia on Friday, something like that. Speed climbing should be awarding its first medals today, but after yesterday, might be no contest. American Sam Watson getting a new world record of 4.75 seconds.
Wow.
He's 18 years old, out of Texas, first ever Olympics. Previous record was set earlier this year in China by a climber who did it in 4.79 seconds. So that is awesome. And in wrestling, American Amit Alor became the youngest American to ever win a gold medal, 18 years old, winning 3-0 against Kyrgyzstan's Miram Zumanarova.
Man.
I'm glad I said that name correctly.
Nice job.
Medal count. As of about an hour ago, U.S. still firmly on top, widening the gap now in total, 24 gold, 31 silver, 31 bronze, 86 overall medals. China right behind us getting another silver this morning, 22 gold, 22 silver, 16 bronze, and 60 overall. Behind them, Australia with 14 gold, France with 13 gold, and in fifth place, Great Britain with 12 gold. Today's schedule. Final stretches of the game, so a lot of medaling going to be happening. 10 different categories of medaling events today. Wrestling and weightlifting, medals for marathon race walk mixed relay, women's pole vault, men's discus, men's 400-meter and 3,000-meter steeplechase today. Taekwondo, sport climbing, and men's park skateboarding final as well. Medals being awarded in sprint cycling, and boxing today, too. And what I thought was more synchronized swimming, Mark. Upon looking on the chart, did you know that there are apparently rowing categories under artistic swimming?
I had no idea that you could get a gold medal on getting your row on.
For artistic swimming. It's possible NBC's website is very wrong about this too, but it is under artistic swimming today. So, yeah, they have a rowing event. If this is true, then it means I actually missed synchronized swimming, and I'm very upset about this. I'm very upset. In fact, I'm gonna write an email to the Olympics right now.
Okay.
Dear Olympics, where my synchro swimming at, man? What the hell? Sincerely, love, Meatball, and send.
Who did you just send that to?
I sent it to the Olympics.
Why did I just get an email from you?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, you know what? Surely the Olympics are fans of this show. And
surely they've got nothing better to do right now.
The Olympics committee definitely listens to the Rocker Morning Show, and they have heard my grievances. I've got my eye on you.
Of the deepest corners and the darkest ends of this world. From the Michigan Dogman to Bigfoot, the Melonheads of Allegan County, and people from Ohio. This is Weird Ass Wednesday.
Well, this story is both weird and uplifting.
Okay.
And I love it so much because I get to introduce you to a man named Eric the Eel.
Oh.
Some awesome stories come out of the Olympics, and this year has been no exception. One of the most incredible, though, to ever happen 24 years ago at Sydney in the pool. This is the story of Eric the Eel. Eric Musambani was listening to the radio in his home country of Equatorial Guinea in 1999. He heard a call out for tryouts for the country's swim team to participate in the Olympics. He was interested, so he showed up. Turns out he was the only person who showed up. Also, fun fact, Eric can't swim. But nevertheless, he trained. He learned how not to sink. And by a stroke of luck, he was allowed to compete in the actual Olympic Games, bypassing any trials qualifications because Equatorial Guinea had drawn a wild card spot designed to encourage participation in the games from developing countries that lack, full training facilities.
Yeah.
Which is an understatement because there were no Olympic-sized pools in all of Equatorial Guinea at the time. In fact, there was only one pool in the entire country at a hotel, and it was only 13 feet long. He got 1 hour a day to train in that pool. All other training he did was in lakes and rivers. That's how he trained for the Olympics. All right, so the day comes in 2000, Sydney Olympics. Eric arrives and gets his first ever look at an Olympic-sized pool, and it is massive. But he steps up to the challenge, takes his position, and right away, boop! The other two racers he was up against in his heat have false starts and are disqualified.
Oh my gosh.
Leaving Eric the lone swimmer in his heat.
That is great.
So he takes his mark again. The buzzer goes off. He dives in and gives one of the all-time most memorable freestyle swims in Olympic history of the 100-meter freestyle, which is once down and back in an Olympic-sized 50-meter pool. It is clear almost immediately that this swim is going to be different, and the longer it goes on, the louder the crowd gets, cheering him on, encouraging him to finish.
Oh my gosh, dude.
In the final 20 meters, Eric practically stops moving in the pool, despite still kicking his legs and moving his arms, but it only makes the crowd louder, and it gives him more motivation to finally finish the race. Now, for context, the world record was just set at these Olympics in Paris for the 100-meter at 46 seconds. Eric finished in 1 minute, 52 seconds.
Wow.
But because the other two swimmers in his heat were disqualified, he technically won his heat with the slowest ever recorded time for an Olympic 100-meter freestyle swim. Now, sadly, despite winning the heat, it wasn't an automatic qualifying spot, and his time knocked him out of the finals race. Eric finished his Olympic run, went back to the Olympic Village to get some sleep. The next day, he discovered he was a celebrity. The entire world was talking about this guy who just learned to swim less than a year ago, giving his all at the Olympics, dubbing him Eric the Eel, and he spent the remainder of his Olympic experience talking with the press.
Wow, dude.
To add to this is the uplifting part. He turned this into a positive, continued to swim, set a personal best record of 56.9 seconds in 2004. So he shaved almost a minute off of his time.
Yeah.
That would have been enough for him to qualify for the games that year, but a visa mix-up kept him from going to Athens. Since then, he has fought to now build 2 Olympic-sized pools in Equatorial Guinea, and he is now the coach of the country's Olympic swimming team. And that is the story of Eric the Eel.
That is unbelievable.
So cool, man.
Man.
It is so cool.
Well, much love to him and much love to our sponsor for Weird Ass Wednesday, BC Pizza off West Main in Kalamazoo, rallying behind those guys right now. And I'll tell you what, Zoe does an amazing job hooking up those pizzas for us and hooking it up for the workplace of the week as well. You can get registered up there at that best workplace button on the 1077 RKR app and at WRKR.com for workplace of the week, and give some Zoe some love. Actually, they have their buffet tonight. So they just added that. So hit up that buffet at BC Pizza off West Main in Kalamazoo today. They are our sponsor for Weird Ass Wednesday. 1077 RKR, it's the Rocker Morning Show with Mark Frankhouse.
And Meatball.
So it is Weird Ass Wednesday. You told us the story about Eric the Eel.
Yeah.
This is also another really weird story, but more funny than compelling. So way back in 1973, it was a monumental year for Nolan Ryan. The baseball pitcher.
Yeah.
On May 15th, he clocked his first no-hitter back in 1973. So he was having a really good year. 2 months later, he's facing the Detroit Tigers. And this was not a good game for the Tigers. People who were in the stands could tell even during practice that Nolan Ryan was going to be trouble.
Yeah.
Well, he was. And the Tigers didn't get a single hit all the way up till the 9th inning. 2 men out.
So down to it.
Yeah, right down to it. 2 men out. And Nolan Ryan is about to clock his second no-hitter of his career and the second one in 2 months, literally to the day.
Wow.
Up walks Norman Cash. Some of the old Tiger fans may remember. Norman Cash steps up to the plate, and the commentators are talking about this, and they're like, well, Nolan Ryan's about to come up. He's coming up on his second no-hitter. This is back when, they didn't believe in not talking about it.
Yeah.
And Norm Cash kind of gives a couple of check swings. We got this video on the 1077 RKR app that you guys can watch right now. And something weird was happening at home plate because Norm does a couple of check swings, and you see the umpire question Norm. He asks him a question and kind of looks down, and then the umpire grabs his stomach and almost falls over from laughing, realizing that Norm has brought a table leg to the bat. He brings a friggin' table leg like he's going to swing the table leg and hit the ball. And the ump just starts laughing his ass off.
Watching the video now.
Ump just starts laughing his ass off, and Norm just kind of like chucks the table leg back towards the dugout, and they give him a new bat. Yeah, like I said, this video is on the 1077 RKR app. This is classic. Apparently, it's said that he told the umpire, it doesn't make any difference. I'm not going to hit it anyway. And sure enough, Cash struck out in 3 pitches. Nolan Ryan secured his second career no-hitter.
I was going to say, like, at that point, seriously, let him swing the table leg.
Right.
And this wasn't like, a round table leg either, like similar to this is just like some square, just run-of-the-mill table leg. Like, it was very clear what it was.
So funny. But at the other point, I would have been super pissed if I was Ryan and he actually hit the ball with the leg and got a hit. How pissed. But legally, they wouldn't have let him do that.
God.
So, yeah, you guys got to check this video out. It's on the 107.7 RKR app. I love these like random, ridiculous things that happen to Tigers games.
Where's the rule in the rule book that says the bat can't be a square? Like,
Right.
it can't be a table leg. Especially in that time period. I know they've written new rules and stuff now, but
Well,
like...
I'm sure the rule book doesn't specifically list table leg. You know?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it didn't say you couldn't use a table leg.
How do you know that? It most likely specifically said you can only use a legal bat.
Right, but I mean, I'm just saying, come on.
Sorry, Meatball, your
For the
dreams.
meme.
Sorry, Meatball, your dreams of using a guy's prosthetic leg as a baseball bat have been flushed down the drain, unfortunately. Hey, give me your leg.